Merurin, or I guess the developer mail, is here. It's 26 minutes long. There is a lot of content in this, but let's try to go through it as fast as possible. We're not going in order. We're just going to go by the order of important stuff. So first things first, some slight summon UI changes. It's a bit easier to tell what is on banner now. Like, this doesn't say Mystic Summon. It just shows you this area. More importantly, there's big changes to the way that summoning works. There's total total summon rewards now. So on your way to Pity, which is 120, you can see that you get 50 bookmarks back, so it's 10 rolls. It now costs 110 bookmarks to Pity a new character. And yes, there's a guaranteed artifact at 145 summons. Only 25 summons past the Pity. This is really, really nice. You get additional copies of the character at 170 and 200. This is on top of the Pity, so let's say you pity twice 240. You'll have 4 copies of the character, 2 from the Pities and 2 from the track. A second artifact at 225, so 2 artifacts on your way to a double Pity, plus a slate at 250 for anybody who really wants it. And of course, you should still be able to buy the artifact in the shop as well. We'll see if this is also the case for limited and collab characters. Maybe it'll be slightly different, but this is great for every single new character banner pretty much. It's slightly different for rerun banners. You can get a bunch of bookmarks and 4 molas on your way to 120. These last 8 bookmarks come at 120, so it's not exactly 96 being saved, because you get 8 bookmarks back and Pity is 121. You're saving 103 summons to Pity a character, technically, and then you have 7 extra summons to roll over to the next banner. And then there's a guaranteed artifact at 140. So for reruns, it's mostly just the bookmark refund, and you can't just keep on summoning more for extra copies. This does mean that you might want to summon a bit extra on the initial banner runs for anybody who likes to summon a bit extra. Besides Covenant, there's also Mystic improvements. Mystics, your first 30 summons for every single new ML5 banner will be discounted by 30%. That's 450 Mystics being saved per a new character, assuming you do the 30 rolls. Do be careful that you don't break your Pity trying to take advantage of the discount. If you break your Pity by accident, you have effectively lost any benefits of the discount. New characters and artifacts were announced. So Gladius Throne, or Glorious Throne, is a copy of 3F, which people have been waiting for. It's only really for Rebellion, but it's a really, really good artifact, and you definitely want to pick up a copy or 2 of this. Besides that, we have 2 new characters announced. The first one is Riza over here, and she is her kit is out already. You can go ahead and take a look at it. She looks like she's really, really strong. She's also related to some of the other PvE content that we'll be getting in this upcoming patch. Besides her, we have Tactical Archetype Kali, and she was the art contest winner in China. We still have 2 more art contest winners. We have Perfumer Biblis and Painter Knockwell. And she is also going to be a part of the upcoming quick little story thing with Riza. So 2 new characters. One important thing about her is that normally these art contest winners are all limited characters. She's actually not a limited character, so you can randomly get her, and you can also put her on your wish list if you really want. So this will be pretty nice. It's interesting that they're breaking the standard setup there. And then there's also, of course, the Orbis. I might as well mention it now. There's the Orbis Gladiatorium that's coming back, Call of the Heavens, that's going to be added. And there's also going to be the additional thing. It's something plus a cool little icon, and it's all related to Riza plus some changes for it, which probably don't really matter that much. There's a bunch of lore stuff here that I'm going to be skipping over. One really big thing is we are getting it's over here somewhere. Okay, well, it's the Forge Your Gear event. You can get your perfect piece of gear. Again, here it is. 2 pieces as usual. So 1 left side piece, sword, helm, chest. 1 right side piece, necklace, ring, boots. And you'll be able to pretty much new icons. You pick whatever you want. You can roll into the stats that you want. You pick your substats, pick what you want to roll into, and you can roll into a substat 4 times. So 20 speed is the max, though speed does get very slightly less, equipment score than the rest. It doesn't matter. You just pick what you want. Any set, any slot, and any substats plus your rolls. That comes around yearly, so this is our 2026 version of it, pretty much. And then let's go ahead and take a look at all of the changes to PvP content. Let's go with the big one first, the guild. So they revamped the guild lobby. They mentioned that they would be doing this. I actually kind of like this. In the background, you can see World Boss, Guild War, Ancient Inheritance, and when it's glowing, it's open pretty much. So immediately going into the guild lobby, you can tell what is going on and what you need to be doing. They've also reworked some stuff, so they reduced some of the tedium of guild. So the guild donation, which is the gold and the proof of courage stuff, is all gone. Proof of courage has been completely removed. It's all being converted to armbands. The captain shop is also removed because there's nowhere to spend the guild gold and the guild orb currency anymore. All of those rewards from that is just going to be in your daily check-in plus some other stuff. If we go forward a little bit, you can see the guild mastery system. So here's your EXP and gold buffs, extra energy on check-in, which is the daily stuff that we used to buy in the captain shop. Some extra buffs here. You can see new items in the shop, and there's a bunch of stuff not being shown. So stuff that they did mention is that there's dead units can revive after a guild war fight. You can get additional purifications in Heart of Orbis. I would expect some changes to, or some buffs that work in Ancient Inheritance, maybe extra guild boss rewards, or better RNG on guild boss rewards, or world boss rewards. So stuff like that. It should be pretty nice. This will also make being in a good / long-standing guild a lot more important. And then also the Guild War Tourney frames that you get are going to be permanent now for anybody who placed at the very top of the Guild War Tourney. This was a large source of debate previously. Also, a bit more mystics for people who place in. You do have to win your first round, I think. That's 32 people in the first Guild War, in the Guild War Tourney, but everything after that, you'll be able to get a decent amount of mystics for it. And also, they mentioned this somewhere, but you can view the guild wars that are going on during the day, because previously the guild war was happening and you couldn't you weren't really interacting with it, but I like being able to see it. Besides guild war, we also have some arena changes that are here somewhere. They've improved point gain and losses in arena, so you can actually gain. They've not gained. They reduce the amount of points that you lose when you lose defenses. So you'll be able to gain more points, and this will maybe make it so we can finally have 100 people in Legend each week. Also, when you take a look at defenses, you can click on the little thing here, and it'll tell you what you can use against defenses. This should make it a lot easier for more casual players to know what to use against each defense. Do watch out for trap defenses, though. And then also your win streak. If you reset your opponent list, it doesn't break your win streak anymore. You can do 5 resets a day without breaking your streak, which will be nice for when you go into a list that you don't know how to hit. Also, team position randomization it's only randomized in Emperor and Legend, so especially in Champion for stuff like Lady of the Scales, you'll know what unit is in the front, and it's a lot less annoying to deal with. Plus, there are 20 slots for teams in Arena now. So besides that, we also have our RTA changes. You can see exactly how many souls Frieren has now in RTA. That's it. This change was made for Frieren pretty much, and also you could tell how close somebody is to getting a soul burn and stuff like that. But mostly it's for Frieren. Besides that, we have a new RTA skin here. Slight spoilers. It is Sea Phantom Politis. The skin looks nice. She kind of looks very similar to how she is now, but it does look nice. And she will be the skin for anybody who can hit Masters or above in the current RTA season. Also, this current RTA season is really, really important because they announced an additional tournament. This is skipping to the prize pool, but there is the Epic 7 Masters tournament alongside the Epic 7 World Cup. The Epic 7 Masters happens a bit earlier in the year. There is a prize pool. You can see the rewards here. Plus, the champion and the runner-up will instantly qualify to the Epic 7 World Cup. And I say the RTA season is important because normally for the World Cup, you have to do a separate game mode. And nope, this is just the RTA ladder. All you have to do is place high in the current season and you'll be in the tournament, which is nice because now people don't have to play a separate game mode. That is mostly everything. Some quick stuff. I'm not even gonna bother looking for it. The friendship shop is dead. The friendship shop is just completely dead. They've removed the ability to buy friendship summons. Not the shop, sorry. The friendship summons are dead because nobody used them. You can just buy artifact charms in the shop now. So it's energy, flags, and artifact charms if you need them. Besides that, you can also, they did some slight UI changes to the way Awakening works. It doesn't really matter that much. And there are 2 coupon codes. This is the first one. You should do this now, and there will be a second code later on. It doesn't work until the 19th, but this will give you 10 leaves and a little emote. So don't do this until the 19th. It's literally in the code name. That is it for the summary and very exciting update, and see you guys soon.